Who will win Canada's next federal election? The battle for Toronto and beyond. The political earthquake. Canada's political scene is on fire. Just a few months ago, the Conservatives were crushing the Liberals in the polls by a jaw-dropping 26 points. But now, it's practically a dead heat. What changed? Why is this election shaping up to be one of the most unpredictable in modern history? The answer? 3 shocking game changers. Justin Trudeau stepping down, a fresh start for the Liberals, or a last-minute Hail Mary. Donald Trump's aggressive stance on trade and Canada's sovereignty. How will Canadians respond? The Liberal Party's leadership race? Could Mark Carney be the dark horse no one saw coming? Stick around, because today on Xiltire Pro, we're diving into the numbers, the battlegrounds, and the unexpected X factors that could decide who wins Canada's next federal election. Before we begin, who do you think is winning this election right now? Drop a comment below. We'll feature the best takes in a future video. Let's get real. Winning Canada's election isn't about the popular vote. It's about ridings. And there's one place that could decide everything: Ontario. Right now, the Conservatives hold a 9 to 10 point lead in Ontario overall. But here's the problem: Conservative votes are inefficiently spread out. The Liberals, their votes are concentrated in key ridings, which means they could win more seats, even with fewer votes. But Toronto? That's where things get wild. A new poll shows Mark Carney leading Pierre Poilievre by 20 points in Toronto. 50% of Torontonians plan to vote Liberal, and 50% believe the Liberals are best for the city. The Conservatives are trailing badly in the 416 and 905 region, and the NDP? They're fading into the background, stuck at around 10% support. This means Toronto is shaping up to be a 2-horse race between Carney and Poilievre. So, let's break it down. Can Poilievre flip key Ontario ridings? Or will Carney's Toronto dominance be enough to save the Liberals? And what role will the NDP play, if any? Drop your thoughts in the comments. And then, there's Donald Trump. His return to the political spotlight is sending shockwaves through Canada. His stance on trade, tariffs, and foreign policy has suddenly become a central issue. What does this mean for Canada? Torontonians overwhelmingly believe Mark Carney is the best leader to handle Canada-US relations. In Alberta, Poilievre still holds an edge, thanks to his focus on energy and lower taxes. 70% of Canadians believe the next generation will have a lower standard of living, which means this election won't just be about attack ads. Canadians want real economic solutions. Do you think Trump's influence will help or hurt Poilievre in Canada? Let's hear it in the comments. Leadership versus policy, the final battleground. Now, here's where things get really close. Who do Canadians actually prefer as Prime Minister? Pierre Poilievre stands at 31.4%, while Mark Carney is at 30.7%. Liberals are campaigning on affordability measures like housing, tax relief, and economic stability. They are also standing up to Trump by strengthening Canada's position on trade and maintaining progressive policies in climate, healthcare, and social justice. On the other hand, Conservatives are focused on tax cuts and economic growth, reducing inflation and lowering taxes. They are pushing for energy independence by supporting oil and gas and fighting carbon taxes. They also emphasize tough-on-crime policies with a law and order approach to governance. Here's the big question: will this election be decided by policy or by personality? We ran a poll here on Xiltire Pro, and the results were fascinating. Poilievre's supporters say he's the only leader who can fix Canada's economy. Carney's supporters argue he's the best choice for stability and growth. Meanwhile, NDP voters feel they're being squeezed out of the conversation. So now it's your turn. Who do you think is leading this race? Comment #Team Poilievre if you think he's winning. Comment #Team Carney if you think he's ahead. The swing ridings that will decide it all. Forget national polls. It all comes down to a handful of swing ridings. Key battlegrounds to watch include the GTA suburbs. Can the Liberals hold the 905, or will the Conservatives break through? In the Vancouver suburbs, will the NDP play spoiler? And in Quebec seats, can the Bloc Québécois shift the balance of power? Keep your eyes on these ridings because they might just decide Canada's next Prime Minister. The final verdict: Who will win? So, where does this election stand right now? If the election were held today, the Liberals and Conservatives would be in a near tie in seat projections. But remember, Toronto is a Liberal stronghold. If they hold on to it, they could still pull off a win. The Conservatives need breakthroughs in Ontario and BC to take power. So, what do you think? Will Poilievre's economic message push him over the top? Will Carney's experience and leadership keep the Liberals in power? And what impact will Donald Trump's policies have on Canada's election? Comment below, and let's start the debate. Call to action. Subscribe to Xiltire Pro. If you love deep political analysis and want to stay ahead of the election, make sure to subscribe to Xiltire Pro. Hit that like button if you found this breakdown helpful. Subscribe and turn on notifications so you never miss an update. Share this video with your friends. Let's get the conversation going. Election season is heating up and we'll be covering every twist and turn. Stay tuned for more. This is Xiltire Pro, where real discussions happen. See you in the next one.